Okay, I'm Steve Bowman again, Bowman's Auto Repair. I started my business in 1988. I've been there ever since. I'm going to back up. I just had a pretty good opportunity in La Colina Junior Highs where I learned how to gas weld, cast ashtrays in aluminum, and they had wood shop, metal shop there, and I loved that kind of stuff. I was always a hands-on kind of kid. Back in the neighborhood, friends had mini bikes and go-karts with Briggs & Stratton's engines on it, and I'd be the guy that's kind of tuning them, getting them going, and that was me. Then I got into motorcycles, and then with my knowledge of learning how to weld at junior high, I was welding tune pipes up for my Yamaha motorcycle to kind of fine-tune the exhaust so it'd have different power bands, and I enjoyed doing that, and used to lift a few blue chip stamp signs from gas stations to use for my pipes. You remember the day. But that was my thing. I was really into that, and then went to San Marcos and went to auto shop class there. Bob Mullaney was a teacher there, and he was a real stickler for details and engineering aspects, and I learned an awful lot from that man. And as being a young high school student, you're kind of annoyed by the guy, but looking back, he's the best teacher ever. He really covered the stuff, and you learned a lot of basic engineering stuff that you use today. And I also took electronics class with Mr. Herzog at San Marcos, and building circuit boards and all kinds of crazy stuff, and that knowledge using Ohm's law and everything, it's more so today with computers. I use that information every day I learned in high school, so knowledge just stays with you forever. So I was very fortunate and stayed with that program. Came to City College and got in the automotive program with Mr. Tysell. He was here at the time, and went through the whole program. Got an AS degree here in City College, and graduated. And got a job at a dealership. Worked at the dealership. We did Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, Eagle, Renault, Saab. Learned all that stuff. And then in 1988. Opened up my own shop. I had about 12 years under my belt. I was pretty confident what I was doing, and started a shop. And damn it, I had to go back to school because now I need to learn how to do spreadsheet. Got to do taxes. Yeah, I got to think about payroll. So here I am, 30-something, going back to City College, taking some courses, and so that's very important. If you ever think, I saw a lot of hands wanting to do their own business classes, learn how to do QuickBooks. You got to do payroll. There's all kinds of taxes and things you got to deal with employees, and work comp and environmental, stuff you got to deal with your waste oil filters. It goes on. Fire department wants a piece of it because you got hazardous materials on your property. You got to have a business plan for that. So the list goes on being your own owner. It doesn't stop just turning wrenches and fixing cars and collecting money. There's a lot of responsibility. So that's a good tip I can give you is, get your education, stick with it. And I was telling Phil earlier, back in his day, he had to look for parts book this thick. Now he clicks a mouse to find the parts. So his eyes are a lot better for that. And I'll tell you, training, I went to a Volvo training class for a weekend. We had at least 14 hours of training on the new Volvo stuff with all the new downloads and computer stuff they have in the car. Every year we're going to different training classes. The technology is changing faster than I can learn it, so it's just incredible. You'll always be going back to school and training, so you just don't even get that out of your mind. You can be sitting in a classroom and listening to some instructor just boring you to tears, but some of it's really good. And I just happened to have a good time with the instructor. We had two master Volvo techs training to the class and a retired Volvo instructor from Volvo North America there too to train us, and top-notch guys learning all about the 010 stuff that they're dealing with now, and the 012s that are coming out, some of this technology. And just I'll share something I didn't know, but Volvo has one key system in their newer high-end cars where you can unlock your car if a red button light is flashing on your remote. There's a heartbeat in the car. There's a sensor in the car that senses a heartbeat, and it won't sense a cat heart or a dog heart. It's a human heartbeat. So that's the technology to put in these cars, and we have to figure out how that's going to work if it doesn't work. And so it's just amazing, the technology, and Bluetooth technology, and how you can dock your iPads in your car now, and you tell the car, turn the temperature up. You see it on TV, turn the temperature 70 degrees, turn the radio station so-so. All that technology is in the car. you're going to have to fix that. You know? So and you got to know computers and electronics, like I said earlier. I learned electronics in high school, still use that today. It's the strongest class you could possibly take, because all of it's just, you're talking about millivolts, milliseconds, and you got to learn how to use a lab scope very proficiently, because all this stuff is just out there. Any questions? Before I scare you too much.
Well, let's move on to Sean, and then thank you so much, Steve.
All right.